Hey guys, it's your sister, Jessie Woo. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, so you can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's Month. It's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. We're going to get into it. Y'all see the title. It's going to get into it. But before I do that, can you guys let me know where you're watching my live from? Let me know where you're watching my live from, child. I rushed from the gym, put on my makeup, got myself nice and pretty for y'all. Not only for y'all too, but I have I'm gonna watch Temptation Island. I'm on episode 1, but I'm on episode 2. I'm gonna watch it so I could review it, so I could have that for the channel, child. So I'm gonna get cute for y'all, child. Okay. All right, Trinidad, NYC, Canada, Scarborough. Okay. Houston, H-Town, Detroit, what's happening? Denver, Colorado, Jamaica, Philly. What's here? Scotland, Jamaica. Okay, it's a lot of people from Texas. Big Nebraska. Okay, period. Baltimore. I'm screaming. Not Baltimore. But the gag is that's exactly how y'all say it. So period. The Lou, Duval, Bali. Okay, Bali, Nashville, Quebec. You know, that's my hometown. That's my home province, child. Guyana, Omaha, DMV, but you Nigerian, London, period. Comments are going so well. Love you too, girl. Love you too, African Sun Drop. I know that's right. Dade County, Dade motherfucking County. You remember when in Dade we used to post the pictures like that? Like we wasn't even like I wasn't no thug or nothing, but I wanted to sell drugs. I wanted to look like I was selling drugs. I wanted to look like I was a thug. And we all like used to pose for that. Mind you, we was like in elementary school, middle school, posing like, why was we doing that? Why the fuck was we doing that? Growing up in Miami is not for the weak. It is a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit that goes on down to the MIA, down to the 305. But I'm 305 till I motherfucking die. You heard me? Switzerland, Nigerian in Denver, Vancouver. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm really, really happy that you guys are deciding to spend your afternoon with me. Child, we had to do a quick. We're gonna play that. A quick. A quick woo child. It's a lot going on. So welcome to the Woo Child Live. All right, y'all see the title. Y'all see what the fuck going on. While a lot of you guys are still trickling in, I will save the best for last. I just wanted to touch on a couple things, just a couple things, okay? Before we get to Jess Hilarious and the Breakfast Club, I wanted to talk about, I don't know if y'all saw this. Hold on. Okay. But Monique posted this yesterday.
She was treated.
Before I play it, Monique saw Tyler Perry give his eulogy to Angie Stone, and she took it very personal. And before I go into what Monique said, please like the live. If you are here watching, please just hit the like button one time. Just hit the like button one time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nwaga, for reminding the people. Light the live, and thank you so much for your super chat. Please just hit the like button. That's all I ask. Just hit the like button, please. You ain't got to give me no offering or nothing. I ain't your pastor. Just hit the like button, please. But Monique saw Tyler Perry's eulogy to Angie Stone, and she took it very personal. And before I get into what she said, I saw a lot of people tagging Monique's name in a lot of the comment sections that were reposting Tyler Perry's speech. So let me go ahead and play what Tyler Perry said.
Because I'm angry at the way she was treated. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap.
Now, some of you guys are saying in the chat that Tyler Perry paid for the funeral services. I didn't know that, but if that's the case, I wouldn't be surprised. And shout out to him for doing that. Tyler Perry is very well known for opening up his wallet. That is something we all know about Tyler Perry. He's going to open up his wallet to give to the needy. He's going to open up his wallet to make sure that his actors are very well paid. But I also want to remind you, this man is a billionaire. And when he's paying for things, these are tax write-offs, and you going to pay the taxes. Just want to make that clear, okay? So as a billionaire, the least you can do is open up your wallet because you will receive a lot of relief from that. Still though, I want to say it is amazing that he does that, because there are some billionaires who don't. There are a lot of people who don't. Okay. So I just want to make that very, very clear. We know Tyler Perry to always open up his wallet. Point blank, period. Now, with that being said, his speech was amazing. But again, I saw a lot of people tagging Monique. And so Monique has chimed in. And here's what she said. Open letter to Tyler Perry. We would like to give our heartfelt condolences to Angie Stone's family and friends. Sister Angie, we stand on the shoulders of the elders and ancestors like you. So please know that your fight inspired us to write this letter, and that the fight doesn't end with your passing, as it only is beginning. Dear Tyler Perry, I recently watched your heartfelt speech at Angie Stone's funeral, where you expressed frustration over the mistreatment by the music industry. It struck me. And my husband, Sydney, you know, she gonna tag Sydney in now. She gonna remind you, daddy. It struck me and my daddy/husband, Sydney, as poignant, but also made us reflect on some unsettling disparities in your actions towards me. 1, you expressed your anger over Angie's mistreatment, yet you labeled me difficult to work with, despite never having worked with me. How can you condemn poor treatment of others when you've imposed the same on me? We have audio of you admitting you were wrong. 2, you asked, where's the money she's owed? Well, where's my public apology for you that promised me? I'm sorry. Well, where's my public apology that you promised me in 2016? The false narrative you perpetrated helped blackball me, costing me tens of millions. Where's my restitution for that? 3, you mentioned being tired of us not receiving the benefits we deserve, yet you asked me to promote Precious for free without a contract or compensation, which highlights your double standard. 4, you said we should be careful in how we treat the children of God. As a man of faith, where is your responsibility to act with love and truth? You promised me an apology years ago, but it's yet to come. Unlike the music industry, which you rightfully criticize, we have audio documentation of your actions. Shouldn't you be held accountable too? In closing, I hope your words at Angie's funeral inspire you to correct the wrongs you've done to me and my family. You have the power to do so. As you've shared biblical teachings, please remember, what will it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? Mark 8:36. We await your response. With love and respect, Monique and my daddy/husband, Sydney. Thoughts? 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 Let me see. Okay. She clocked them. I hope she has corrected wrong she committed against her son. Not you clocking her. Oh, brother. Someone said Monique isn't wrong. She don't need to ever come off his she won't ever come off that man's neck. However, Monique didn't lie. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts. Monique is not wrong. Now, it might be the wrong time, but she's not wrong. She is not wrong. Okay. Monique has been very consistent in her storytelling of what happened with Tyler Perry. Okay. The thing with Monique is, and she says it in this open letter, she did not even work with him. Precious was already done. Okay. And to get a bigger backing, Oprah and Tyler Perry hopped on. All right. And so Tyler Perry asked her to do work for free. She decided to say no. And for that, he labeled her difficult to work with. Some people might look at that and say, you are being difficult. This is your movie. If you do this press run, it's only going to be for your gain, right? You have an Oscar buzz for this movie. This is all for your gain. A lot of people do these types of press runs for free because they want the gold. They want the Oscar, right? And I'm not going to knock anybody for doing that for free. I get it. I get it. I get it. A lot of people in the entertainment space have done free work. I have, right? But Monique's problem is this. Number one, it should be her choice. If I've already fulfilled my contract and I've done everything that's required of me, everything else is an add-on. And so if I choose not to do this, that does not label me difficult. That labels me as I have fulfilled my contract. And so anything else is an add-on. Point blank, period. Okay. And let's just be honest. A lot of people who do all the extra free work, you don't get anything for it. You don't get anything for it. Okay. Did we not see what just happened with Cynthia Erivo? The way she was plopped up everywhere, getting her, how she was plopped up everywhere. Did she get her Oscar? No, no, no. Did she get her Oscar? That movie had more eyes on it than every other movie within the category combined. And she did not get her Oscar. Okay. And so that's what Monique is saying, is that a lot of times Black people, specifically Black women, do all this pussy popping and tootsie rolling and tap dancing, and we still do not get our Oscar. We still do not get the high paycheck. We still do not get the respect. Look at Taraji P. Henson. Taraji P. Henson was on a press tour for a Steven Spielberg movie. Do y'all understand who the fuck Steven Spielberg is? Do y'all understand? Hold on. Thank you so much, Rachel, for your super chat. Tyler P. took in Duchess Megan. Oh my God, I thought you were saying something else. Tyler Perry took in Duchess Megan after she was getting death threats from being Black and married to Prince Harry. Tyler didn't know her. He was kind. Yeah. I think you're going back to the kind acts of Tyler Perry. Yeah. Look at Taraji P. Henson. She was on a press tour for The Color Purple, a Steven Spielberg movie. And she decided to take that platform to tell y'all that she ain't getting no money. She ain't getting the money she deserves. She chose that time to let y'all know she wasn't even getting car service to set. Viola Davis, we've seen Viola Davis say, y'all keep calling me the Meryl Streep, the Black Meryl Streep. Where is my Meryl Streep money? Monique is not saying anything that all of these other Black women are talking about. Okay? So with that being said, Monique, wrong time, but she's giving the right message. And then I saw even sometimes in the comments, you know, she was addressing people. She's like, well, when is the right time? I've been saying this for years and nobody, like, I'm still not getting what's owed to me. So when is the right time? When is the right time? Now, with all that being said, I don't think Monique is wrong. However, Monique, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know this. Tyler Perry does not care. Tyler Perry does not care. I'm here to tell you, he don't care. Okay. That man do not care. He does not care. And I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I've told y'all my stance. One thing about me, I'm gonna be very objective, and I'm gonna come from all sides. But let's just be honest. Tyler Perry does not care. He don't care. He don't care. You are never going to get your apology. You're never going to get your just due from Tyler Perry. Monique, you are better off doing Tyler Perry like you did Netflix. File your lawsuit. He don't care. He do not care. File a lawsuit at this point. File a civil suit. That man do not care. Tyler Perry has Beauty in Black on Netflix. Tyler Perry has Sisters and Zatima on BET. Tyler Perry has what's that movie that came out with Kerry Washington on Netflix? Tyler Perry has a deal with Amazon Prime. Tyler Perry is busy being a billionaire. He doesn't care. He don't care. He does not care. And while people like me will always say you're absolutely correct, people like me will also tell you, go file a civil suit. Because at this point, apologize to you for what? Apologize to you for what? And Tyler Perry apologizing to you now, what is that going to do? For over a decade, you've suffered millions. I'd be looking for my check. File a civil suit. File a defamation suit. You were able to win a lawsuit against Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar entity. You can do it with Tyler Perry. Okay? You're not going to get the Christian Keys treatment. I'm so sorry. Do y'all remember how Christian Keys came on here and told us that somebody in Hollywood, a billionaire in Hollywood, was trying to play with his booty hole, and then all of a sudden he went quiet? You're not going to get the Christian Keys treatment, Monique. I'm so sorry. It's not going to happen. You would have to have a booty hole story to get that from Tyler Perry. He do not care. He do not care. It's just the truth. I'm just telling the truth, y'all. I'm just telling the truth. Okay? Christian Keys went crying in his Insta stories saying how he's going to file a report. A report never made it. We never saw that report. Okay? Now this all alleged. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Allegedly. This is all alleged. Allegedly.
Just so I can protect myself. But there were several people who are Christian Keys friends in the media space, and they said it. They said it. Okay? That man gave his booty hole testimony and went quiet. Cast his check, went quietly. Okay? Monique, file your lawsuit. Period. File your defamation lawsuit. There's nothing we can do for you, sister. I'd love to be able to do something for you, but every time you come on here, I mean, I'm gonna back you up now and say, yes, this is something that Black women unfortunately have gone through over and over again. But let's just be for real. But there's nothing we could do for you, sister. File your lawsuit and move on. That's it. All right. Whew, my Lord. My bad. Woo, child. Let's move on to the next woo child. Make sure y'all are liking the live. Hold on. Kanye West decided to take to Twitter last night, and say some of the most disgusting, vile shit I have ever seen. Thank you so much, Dadon, for your super chat. Mo need to get her money from the toilet paper and Oprah. Y'all are out of order. Y'all are out of order. I can't, but I can't blame y'all because I be out of order. It's just, it is what it is. Woo child. Kanye West went online and y'all can read the tweet. I'm not even going to read it. But immediately I saw people, ever since his mother died, I don't give a fuck. His mother died 20 years ago. That lady died almost 2 decades ago. I don't want to hear it. Y'all will talk about that lady dying every motherfucking time this man goes on a rant. This man is selling swastika shirts. This man is selling Ku Klux Klan gear. This man just debuted the new name for his choir and called his Sunday choir nigga. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Where was this level of grace for Meg Thee Stallion? Her mama died. And not once have I seen y'all, say, wow, imagine losing your mother and running into the arms of a psychotic dwarf who pums you in the foot. Now here you are, motherless, and you're having to deal with online. Y'all did never use that for Megan. Okay? If Kanye West loved his mother so much, he should have made sure she had a good surgeon. He should have made sure she went down to Dr. Miami. Ain't nobody died from Dr. Miami. Okay? Since he loved his mother so much, he should have made sure. He was filthy rich at the time. Why was your mother going on a hush-hush behind your back going into some janky surgeon? What was your relationship like? I do not care. I do not want to hear anything about this man's mother. This man is online calling Beyonce and Jay-Z's children the R word. Don't want to hear it. Do not want to hear it. I don't care about that lady dying. Condolences, I don't care. That is no excuse for the way this man has been behaving even before his mother passed away. Y'all don't ever have this type of grace for Black women. Y'all will bring up a Black woman's old tweets. If a Black woman is twerking too much, if a Black woman's talking too much about sex, if a Black woman has a bad attitude, it's over for her. It's over for her. This man has been able to literally turn a Black cosplayer into a billionaire. So much so that now she's trying to sell y'all Teslas. butt naked on a Tesla on a beach. Money that he could have turned around in his community. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. Kanye don't care about y'all. He don't care about y'all. Okay? Shut that shit up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. His mama die. Everybody mama be dying. Everybody mama gonna die. That does not mean that I should go around treating people this way and talking this way and being a Nazi, being an antichrist, releasing this type of information about somebody else's children. I'm going to die one day. Should my future kids go around doing this? Hey, just so you know, so-and-so got retarded kids. What? No. I don't want to hear it. 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 Y'all never have this grace for Black women. Ever. 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 Don't want to hear it. He should have got that lady a better surgeon. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Woo, let's move on. All right, let's get into the main story. Let's get into this main story, child. It's a lot going on. I want to first of all start where this all started. I'm gonna talk about Jess Hilarious and the Breakfast Club. Thank you so much, Sunny. You said, I fear Jay-Z has to do what he's been avoiding doing for a cool 12 years now. I hope he does do it. We all know what he need to do. Thank you so much, Stacy, for your super chat as well. We all know what he needs to do. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that, Jay. Okay, you over here trying to fight Tony Busby. This man just called your children the R word. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Whew. All right. Jess Hilarious and the Breakfast Club. Let me start off by saying this, and I'm going to play, because I want to play everything so that we can have fair commentary. And you know what? I think I'm going to let some of y'all call in. And y'all could give y'all's 2 cents. A cease and desist doesn't work. Beyonce and Jay-Z can't sending Kanye a cease and desist. This is a lawsuit. This is a lawsuit. But here's the thing too, is like a billionaire suing another billionaire. Baby, Jay-Z just got to go back to his Marcy Projects days. That's it. A billionaire suing a billionaire. It's just, everybody got money for, it's just. What would I do if somebody said this about my children? I'm not going to say what I'll do. Just know I'm Haitian. That's it. Just know I'm Haitian. That's it. That's all you need to know. Just know I'm Haitian. That's all you need to motherfucking know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna incriminate myself on YouTube Live. And y'all, years from now, somebody does do that dumb shit, and y'all come back and, oh, well, you know, Jessie Woo has said, ain't no Jessie Woo has said nothing. I'm Haitian. That's all you need to motherfucking know. Period. And my man is from North Carolina. That's a country bumpkin right there. That man is not well. Okay. Don't let the cuteness fool you. That man got a whole other side to him. It be them little quiet ones. It be them little nice men. The nice man. That's who you really need to look out for. Where's Solange? Yes. Glow. Activate Solange immediately. Thank you so much for your super chat. Girl, did you see Sherry Shepherd had Jonathan Luther King Major's second and third on her show, but also use her platform to ragtag Megan for her dress? Another pick me. I'm not surprised. I saw that shit. I'm not surprised. You know what's funny to me about Sherry Shepherd? 2 weeks ago on her show, Sherry Shepherd dragged Megan Thee Stallion for having that dress where she had on the pasties on her nipples, right? I mean, you had a whole segment. Sherry Shepherd had a whole segment chastising Meg Thee Stallion. Do y'all remember that? Had a whole segment chastising. I'm not going to try to bring it up because it might be copywritten, but had a whole segment. Sherry Shepherd had a whole segment chastising Meg Thee Stallion for wearing pasties to a party. But then you turn around and you have Jonathan Luther King Majors III on your show literally a day after the audio leaks of him admitting to knocking that lady's head in between the washer and dryer. I think Sherry Shepherd is great at what she does, but I think that she is peak pick Misha. Peak. So you're gonna chastise Megan? You're not gonna chastise a woman beater? Peak pick Misha. It's just it's nasty. It's nasty. And we didn't need that audio. I've covered that case. We know. Those of you guys who watched me cover that case, during the case, text messages were revealed showing that this man was repeatedly hurting that girl. Repeatedly. There have been articles written where other women came forward talking about his abuse from his college days. But when you're Sherry Shepherd and you're a pick-me, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's nasty. Someone said that they're probably gonna say it was pre-recorded. It wasn't pre-recorded because she said they got married the day before. So the day here's a sequence of events with Jonathan Majors. Okay, 2 weeks ago, the Hollywood Reporter does that big piece on him, and he does this thing where he cries, and well, he doesn't cry, but he does this, the young black man, I was abused as a child, please, feel sorry for me. Mind you, this is after this man, even before the trial, I think it was before the trial, before he was convicted, he went on ABC and he told Robin Roberts that he had no idea how his girlfriend had those bruisings. He said he had no idea. He never took any accountability for what happened to that woman with that incident that happened that night and within their relationship. That's the same interview where he told Robin Roberts, I think it was, that Megan is my Coretta. Remember when the audio leaked of him asking the white woman to be his Coretta Scott King? In that same interview, that's when he said, yeah, she's my Coretta. He took no responsibility. He cried in that interview to Robin Roberts, cried because he's innocent. Whole time, the court case revealed he had been beaten up on that girl. The text messages revealed that. And then now we have the audio of him admitting to aggressing her. When she says, you strangled me, he never said, no, I've never strangled you. He said, yeah, well, yes, that falls under aggress. That's what he said. Sherry Shepherd is gross to me. And then, you see him on her show. This is the happiest day of my life. And he's rubbing his eyes and crying. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I see all the comments and people praising them. Or, her love healed her. She had picked me too. Megan Good is just, I would never expect this. I thought this was just for PR. And just so we're clear, people get married for PR all the time. This is Hollywood. Y'all think people in Hollywood are well. They're not. People will do anything. Okay. So there was that Hollywood Reporter big spread that went viral of Jonathan Luther King Majors III saying that he was abused as a child, right? Then that audio leaks of him admitting to strangling his ex-girlfriend. Then the very next day, after that audio leaks, him and Megan get married. And it's only them and their mothers. Mind you, if you watch Megan Good's People magazine spread, she said in her interview that when she told her family members and her friends, they all told her, no, do not date that man. Do not date that man. She says, even in that same interview, that Jonathan told her too, don't date me. And what did she say? Oh, but I want people to know that what they think you are, that's not what you are. She's his PR. Megan Good equals Kim K, enablers. Nah, I think Megan Good is worse. I think Megan Good is worse. Worse. I'm so ashamed. Squared away. Thank you so much. This is a whole mess. Trauma bonding combined with a double rebound. Where they do that at. This ain't gonna last. Baby, I hope it lasts for her sake. I hope it lasts forever. Make it last forever. It was her on the Breakfast Club. In my Jonathan Majors video that I did 2 days ago, you can see a clip of her on the Breakfast Club saying that they're gonna dress up as Martin and Coretta. And girl, I hope you do, so I could drag the fuck out your ass. And I know Bernice King is gonna activate. Please do that shit. Please do that shit so I could take off on your ass. Because there's being a bird and then there's being a big bird. You're being a big bird for an abuser. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Okay, let's get into Jess Hilarious, y'all. Y'all know I could be here for hours and hours. I could do this for hours and hours. Hey Jess. Wanted to recommend these Netflix docs to you if you haven't watched them already, since you're talking about LDS people, Sins of Our Mother and Abducted in Plain Sight. Also, we love you. Thank you so much, Lyric. Let me check that out. I'm watching a documentary right now on the Karen Reed documentary. That shit is crazy. Meg better not come to us that he hit with the Mario. Thank you so much for your super chat. All right, y'all. Jess Hilarious. Okay, let me start off here, right? Let me start off here. Some of y'all are going to think I'm biased if you don't actually listen to what the hell I'm going to say. Okay? Y'all going to say I'm biased because I did Wildin' Out with her. Yes, I did Wildin' Out with Jess Hilarious. I think Jess Hilarious is a great person. I think Jess Hilarious is very talented. Okay? I remember Jess Hilarious prematurely telling us that she got the Breakfast Club job, right? And thinking, wow, that was dumb. That was dumb, right? She had a whole party celebrating it and announced it to Baltimore, to announce it to, everybody in Baltimore, right? And then, mind you, things went silent. iHeart was pissed off about it because she robbed them of making their announcement, right? And then the internet was dragging her for it, making fun of her for it, saying, "Oh, that's what you get. You pre-announced it and now you ain't got it, right?" And then boom, she popped up with the promo for being on the show, right? Very great. They were very strategic into feeding into the comments. I just want you guys to keep that in mind. They were very strategic in feeding into the comment section and making it seem like they didn't hire her. You had her going back and forth with them. Whole time they hired her, right? Cool. She comes on. Oh, yeah. Please like the live, y'all. Please, please, please like my live. Please just hit the like button. If you're in here, just hit the like button at least once, please. She gets the job, and almost immediately after, she has to leave because she's pregnant. She's about to give birth, right? And so she goes on maternity leave, right? Keep in mind. Oh, thank you so much, Shauna. Yeah, that documentary is crazy. I'll let you know if I need a co-host. Keep in mind, right, that Jess Hilarious got the Breakfast Club after almost a year of them auditioning so many women. Do y'all remember that? There were so many folks filling in for Angela Yee while they decided who they were going to pick, right? So Jess Hilarious gets this job. She beats all these people. She gets the job. And within a couple months, she has to leave because she's on maternity leave, right? I remember when, so she's gone, and who fills in? Loren LoRosa. Now, I've been following Loren for a minute. At least 2-3 years. I've been following her. She was at TMZ for a while. I'm not sure what she did between TMZ and the Breakfast Club, but she does have Black Girl Grinding. Like, the girl she reminds me of me in the sense of, if you watch my lives, you know I'm gonna do my research. When I'm talking about something, I'm fixated on the facts, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion, but I'm gonna give you the facts. I'm gonna do my research, right? Loren fills in. Right. And she does the Jess with the Mess, not only the Jess with the Mess, but she sits in, she does the interviews. She is magnificent, exquisite. She is a journalist. If you are a journalist, you are going to love Loren. She's engaging. When there's someone at the Breakfast Club being interviewed, she does her research. She's mindful of who's sitting in front of her. She will ask you questions she already knows the answer to. So just in case you give her some flawed question, she's going to give you a little bite back. Okay? She's not just there to give you the mess. She's there to give you the truth and the facts. She does a very, very good job. And I say that while saying Jess Hilarious is hilarious. Very funny. Very, very funny. Right? But as someone who graduated twice from the School of Communication at FIU, I'm always going to appreciate journalism more, because there have been times, and I say this with love, but there have been times when I've watched Jess Hilarious on the show and I'm like, girl, how is this your take? For instance, last year, I think Torre, who used to be a talking head, and I believe he's still a reporter, but we grew up watching Torre. You guys know who Torre is, right? He's big on TikTok now. Good for him. Torre had told a story when all the Diddy stuff was rolling out. Torre had told a story about how he got his nephew a internship with Diddy, and the nephew abruptly ended the internship, and come to find out it was because Diddy had sexually harassed him, right? I remember them touching on that, and Jess's take was, I mean, nothing happened, so what are you telling us this for? Horrible. It just was a horrible take. It was a horrible take. I work at a radio station. Thank you so much, Cleffin. I work at a radio station. I've been a producer for 10 years. Jess's feelings are valid, but they could have been addressed offline. Loren was professional difference between a journalist and an influencer. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Thank you so much. The take was horrible. It was a horrible take. I remember recently I watched Day 26 come on the Breakfast Club, because I wanted to see if they were going to say anything about Diddy. One of the guys from Day 26 had to tell Jess Hilarious, so you didn't listen to anything? You didn't listen to any of our music that we sent in? They were there to promote their new music. And she was asking them, so what type of music are y'all doing? What type of music? And they're like, did you listen to it? And she's like, nah, I ain't listened to it. And they're like, what? Girl, the Breakfast Club is a radio job. Yes, there's cameras and we're all watching the video, but girl, this is a radio job. You have to listen. This is radio. How are you not listening to your guests' music? They're here to talk about music. I thought that was very crazy to not do that type of research before they come on. At least listen to a couple snippets. You ain't got to listen to the whole album, but at least try to fake like you care about this shit. Listen to at least 2 to 3 songs. Yeah, I really liked that song. because this, that, and third, it had this feel. She didn't even try. I don't watch The Breakfast Club, but I'm just saying there's sometimes I will watch it because I want to hear what folks are going to say about something that's trending. So I did watch that because everybody was saying that they were talking about Diddy. The other day, I watched the Portia Williams interview. Shani, thank you so much. It's unfair. Why should women have to choose whether they want to have a baby or a job? Jess worked hard for her position. We're going to get to that. Thank you so much. I just want to get this little bit of commentary out the way. The other day, I watched the Portia Williams interview because I wanted to see what Portia was going to say about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Right? Jess Hilarious wasn't there. We're going to talk about why she wasn't. But Loren was there. If you go watch the Portia interview, Portia looked at Loren at least 2 to 3 times and said, yes, journalist. Because there were times when Loren would ask her a question and Portia would answer a certain way. She'd be like, no, but didn't you? And Portia would be like, okay, journalist. Loren did her research. Loren did her homework. Okay. I remember, I think it was recently the Wendy Williams interview that they did. Loren went down to the freaking prison where Wendy Williams was. If you watch her, Loren versus Jess, Loren was engaged. Loren takes it seriously. She went down to go visit Wendy Williams herself. That is a journalist. That's somebody who cares about what the fuck they're talking about. Jess gave like just general ass questions that the comment section would give. It just screams that you don't care. You don't care. Okay? I say that with love, but the biggest mistake that Jess Hilarious made was picking someone to fill in for her who's 10 times better than her. Because we're going to look at these videos, but Jess loves to say this whole, and I picked you. I'm the one who picked you. You picked somebody who's better than you. Clock that. Clock that. You picked somebody who was better than you. Somebody who could bring the mess and the journalism. That's a mistake. That is a mistake. Okay? Now, with all that being said, in my humble opinion, when Jess came back from maternity leave, the fact that they did not get rid of Loren is a no-no for me. That's a no-no. That is a no-no. They knew exactly what they were doing by keeping Loren there. They were looking for this. When Jess Hilarious signed her contract, she signed her contract to be there with 2 other people. And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, it's room for both. No, it's not. Did you not hear both of them talk about how they be overspeaking each other? They're overspeaking. 2's company, 3's a crowd. 2's company, 3's a crowd. That's way too many people. Way too many people. Okay? When Jess came back from maternity leave, Loren should have been sent home. Point blank, period. Loren should have been put back at the producer desk, or iHeart should have gave her her own show and should have put the machine behind her. Since y'all love her so much, you should have set her up to have her own show. The problem is they knew exactly what they were doing. They saw Jess's work ethic. They saw the comment section, and they saw this as an opportunity to pin 2 people against each other and let them cancel each other out. Let somebody cancel the other person out. They didn't want to take the responsibility of telling Loren, hey, you have to go. They wanted that to fall on Jess's shoulders. Point blank, period. I don't care what nobody says. It was very unprofessional. It was very unprofessional to keep Loren there. Very unprofessional. Y'all knew exactly what y'all were doing. Y'all saw the comment section. Y'all saw people, clocking how they were talking to each other, especially Jess talking to Loren. Y'all saw that. Y'all liked it. You guys like the mess. Point blank period. Point blank period. Very unprofessional. Very, very unprofessional. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. So let's go back. So this all starts from here because you have Jess crashing out online because of this. Hold on. Okay. Hello. What the hell going on? Hold on, y'all. My bad. Trying to share my screen with y'all. Okay. Why is it not playing? Hold on, y'all. I don't know what the hell going on.
It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
Okay.
Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
She got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented. She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice, I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Loren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlamagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent.
All right. So anyway, y'all get the gist of Corey Holcomb. Let me tell you something. Corey Holcomb calling anybody not talented is crazy. It's crazy. Corey Holcomb has been reduced to this. Okay. I remember a time where Corey Holcomb was a pretty big deal. This man has reduced himself to basically being a red pillar online. Okay. So Corey Holcomb has no room to talk about anybody's talent. And I really hate that Jess let this be the thing that caused her to crash out, because this man is not worth. I wouldn't spit on this man if he was on fire. And my spit was the last piece of water that could save him. I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Okay. Now, let's go to some of the things that she said, because while I do feel that Loren, to me, is better at the job, I do also feel that Jess got the job. Jess got the job, and that she should not have to share the platform with someone else. I definitely feel that way. And that is based on her contract. When she signed a contract, when they did the promo, it was a 3-person show. That is just the facts. That is the facts. And so I want to talk about some of the things that she said, because I feel like some of the context of the things that she said are really getting lost. And I think that she brings up a lot of valid points. Hold on. Let me bring.
Little shit that I got. I got a contract that I negotiated and I got it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's overtalking me. Loren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I've told her about this shit many a times. You know, she overtalks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right. Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up. Be quiet. Yeah, I said that. And I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool. One day I told her, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady, but she's not gonna keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the fuck she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air, not in the building, on air, right? So I'm like, all right. I told her, be quiet the next day. Charlamagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet. You tell her shut up. Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the fuck would we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. She cool with it. I'm cool with it because I'm not a be quiet type of bitch anyway. I am a shut up type of bitch. Ask my kids, right? Even the 7-month-old, ask her. So then I asked again. I'm like, all right, so she's going to be the fourth host. That's what it is. Whenever we do find that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of beating around the bush, y'all.
This is a hostile work environment. This is literally a hostile work environment. So you have Jess, who has clearly expressed to them, why is this girl still here? I'm back from maternity leave. And oh no, this is per her contract. Y'all hired me. I'm back. I don't give a fuck how good she was. I'm back. So why is she still here? So you have them both sitting there, and I have to be honest in saying this. Jess, you telling her to shut up and hush? Absolutely not. Loren is a better woman than I'll ever be. I would have took off on your ass. Love you to death. But girl, you would have had to make me shut up. Okay? But I want y'all to, did y'all not hear what she said? She said one day she told her to shut up, right? And then the next, and we've seen the clips of her telling Loren to shut up. She said one day she told Loren to shut up. The comments was like, damn. So the next day she says, hush. She said that Charlamagne texted her and said, no, don't tell her hush. Tell her to shut up. Feed into what you see online, what you see going on online. So we're not going to address that? Are we not going to address that Charlamagne is like literally probably half of the problem? That you saw the tension rising. You know that Jess has a problem with this girl being here. And not only is this girl still here, but now you have Jess telling her to shut up and you're encouraging her to tell her to shut up. Again, you should never have told her to shut up. You're a grown woman. You know how to be respectful. But so we're not going to talk about Charlamagne, who then gaslit her this morning and said, oh my God, y'all are playing into the comment section. Bitch, you told her to tell that girl to shut up. So we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to act like, again, that goes back to my original point. They all knew what they were doing. This ain't about the comment section. They all knew what they were doing by putting Loren there. When Jess Hilarious came back, they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. It was a way of getting Jess to silently quit. We've heard you. We've heard all the things that you said. We see the tension. We're still going to keep her because she's great at her job. And not only are we going to keep her, we're going to make her do your segment. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. They were facilitating a hostile work environment. Period. Okay. There were some more things that she said that I thought was hold on, let me see.
Nobody else saying. It's just that he don't like me. He already don't like me. So it's like, all right, he gonna pack it on. Y'all, them niggas let her have a failed date with Jess, because I done had a failed date with his ass. Trust and believe that nigga still hurt.
Talking about Corey.
Still hurt that I wouldn't accept his apology. Still hurt. That's on him. Still hurt. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's all right. He'll be all right. You know what I mean? But I don't care. Y'all gonna hear me. I don't do that.
I think it's this one.
Aim up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm like, not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela, you ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'm gonna play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. Now, how about y'all clear some of this shit up for y'all teammate? This shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High.
Not
Fair East Side High. But for Mr. Clark, though.
She's not wrong. Now, I don't know why Angela Yee left, but Jess is not wrong. She's not wrong. Okay? It is ran like a high school. And she talked about too in her life. I can't remember. I can't find where I saw it, but in that same live, she was talking about how, yeah, when I came back from maternity, yeah, I was here and there. I wasn't coming in every day because, yeah, I'm making money elsewhere. Is it this?
That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day. I don't have no reason to fucking hate on that girl. I don't. No, I didn't like her when I came back because I'm like, all right, what's going on? What's going on? She knew it. We had a conversation. Because the anger was misplaced. Nah, it ain't even you that I don't like. I'm realizing this is the way these niggas is doing shit up here that I don't like. Okay. Got it. Now, it's her segment. I went to the...
I want to... Yeah, this is what
you know what I'm saying? I was eating that shit up the whole year I co-hosted. Eating that shit up until I had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a baby. In this industry, what I'm doing ain't no right time to have a baby. So you have them when you have them. I don't regret when I got pregnant. I don't. I got pregnant on fucking purpose.
Period.
That's what I wanted, a baby, and that's what I got. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad she addressed that too, because I'm seeing a lot of people say, well, you got pregnant. You got pregnant. Now, here's the thing is, and this is just personally me. This is not me knocking her. If I know that I'm landing this huge opportunity, I would have probably tried to pace myself and at least complete a good 1 year of my contract. I don't know how her contract's set up. But I would have tried to at least like get in good in there, get in comfortable, like make my staple in there, like mark my territory. And then, you know what I mean? But again, that would be me. That's not her. And I feel like telling someone that, oh, they shouldn't have had a baby in it. I think that that's really fucked up. And then we have to consider the fact that, you know, Jess is going through postpartum. That's another thing. So you have a baby, you're dealing with postpartum, And I remember even while she was gone on maternity leave, there were so many people making videos. I remember one time Tyrese, Jess, why you not at the Breakfast Club? She just had a baby. That's another thing. It's like, bruh, the woman didn't even get to have a peaceful maternity leave. It was, she gonna get your job. She taking your job. So much so that her first episode back, again, I don't watch the show, but I saw these clips online. Her first episode back was her and Loren talking about, yeah, you know, we're not putting two Black women against each other. It just was so weird. It's like, imagine being gone for maternity leave, then coming back, and now you got to deal with this. It just was weird. She should have never been there. That's my personal opinion. LaMarcus, getting pregnant right after getting a job isn't a good idea. You haven't, let me put this. You haven't built any loyalty in the building or with fans, then it seems like she didn't care when she came back. Thank you so much for your super chat. And listen, I'm not negating that. I said, if it were me, I would complete at least a year of my contract, at least the first year. I would do that. At least make it so that I'm so undeniably good at my job that there is no way to replace me. But at the same time, women give birth to babies. That's what women do. And a lot of people saying, and when she came back, she just seemed like she didn't care. She was going through postpartum. Nobody seems to care about that. Nobody seems to care about that. Ameezy, Charlotte's doing the same thing that Ace from tonight's conversation, pitting the women against one another and drumming up a moment. Of course he is. We're going to get into that. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. She needed maybe more time, but here's the problem. Here's the problem, Jess, is you keep saying, I picked her. That's why she's here. You pick somebody who's better than you. That's just like... You don't pick somebody who's better than you to replace you, to be there while you're gone. They're going to replace you. They're going to replace you. You picked somebody who is better than you. That's like a no-no. You just don't do that. You don't pick your replacement. You pick somebody who can hold down the fort. Let's just be honest. You pick somebody who could handle the fort. She's good, but she ain't gonna be me. You picked somebody who was better than you. All right, let's get into what happened when Jess called in, because I think this was gaslighting central. This was very disgusting to me. This was very disgusting to me. I hope I can't play it because copyright. They love to copyright their stuff. But this is Jess. I really hope that you guys can hear this. Hold on. Or maybe I think Jasmine Brand has it, but has only the audio. Let me see if I can get it. Shout out to the Jasmine Brand child. Hold on.
What you mean we don't have you?
Okay. Okay, I found her calling in. Hold on.
What you mean we don't have you back?
I have more.
Break that down. Explain how we don't have you back.
Okay. All right. So the narrative, like I said, with the online ish, that's what I said. Y'all ain't nobody trying to clear up no narrative about nothing. Ever since I came back, it was weird. Yes, it was weird. Yeah. I at first, no, I did not. I wasn't too fond of Loren. No, I wasn't too fond of her when I came back, because we had a whole plan, even how when I came back, how I pick her to fill in for me, right? I come back, she ain't never leave. Then, all right, cool that she don't leave, but she's on only during my segment. If she was meant to be a fourth host, move her in another way. Why she got to be moved in on? Because nobody had a problem with Jess with the mess until she started reading right. You know what I mean? Till she started
So,
reporting.
so-
I wasn't hired as a reporter. I was hired as Jess with the mess. So she started reading and delivering details and all that stuff.
Yes.
Then that's when Jess with the mess wasn't good enough no more. That's how it was presented. So I'm like, all right, cool.
But who said that? Because the internet said
What
that?
are we talking about? No. This is our listeners. This is yeah. Why can't we worry about the comments? And these are people that enjoy the show and watch the show. It's not all about Instagram. It's YouTube. It's like we have people that have been watching the show. Yeah, she's great at what she do. That's why I picked her to fill in for me. But when I came back, it's like, what's going on? If she's gonna be a fourth voice, why she only got to be a fourth voice?
Correct me if I'm
my segment.
She wasn't a fourth voice. She was a producer. She was hired as a news producer to help with getting all news and doing interviews.
She was going to be the senior news producer.
She wasn't on there. When you came back, Loren was not on there. She was in the back doing questions, sending interview questions, reporting the news. Am I lying?
I thought you was. I thought
she was on air. She was on air.
That's a lie. I saw her on air.
Yes, but I thought you was using her on purpose.
What? You thought I was using Loren on purpose?
Yes.
No. What are we talking about? No. She didn't leave when I came back. The first day we had a whole situation. Like, all right, look, this was gonna happen, and when it's time for us to roll, it changed. No, the first question was about. Only person who asked me about my baby maternity leave was Indy. All right, I walked in. She addressed the hate in the comments. That was the first thing she addressed when I came back. I'm like, what the hell would make her want to think I want to talk about
y'all
that?
talk off air though, right?
So yeah. We started talking off air. We started to
But I'm
talk
saying even
off air.
prior to you even coming back.
So then I felt uncomfortable that first day. So I'm like, all right, look. Thea was like, all right. Well, we'll just take her off air. She was back the next week. All right, cool. Because there was a voice. Y'all wanted her on air. There was a voice. They wanted her there. They wanted her here. There's a place for Loren in the show. All right, cool.
But
if there's a place for her on the show,
you wanted her
let's
here
do
too,
it
though.
Another way. Yeah.
Because you said you wanted to change the segment from Jess with the Mess to the Loren.
That was eventually, even when it came down to it still being called Jess with the Mess, and then I'm introducing her to introduce stories. That was pointless and it was stupid. It's no Jess with the Mess. Just make it Brown Girl Grinding or Loren with the latest or Loren's Legal Corner. I'm giving ideas. I'm like, yo. I even with the Taylor, change that. Take that Jess with the Mess off of there. I feel like I'm getting credit for something I'm not doing, and it's stupid because this is not what she does. Is not Jess with the Mess. I read headlines and I give commentary. I say what people thinking.
I agree. Could I ask a question?
What I'm saying? Yes, she's more of a reporter. She's journalism.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Why didn't you wear the do-rag this morning?
Because
why you joke so much, man?
What you mean?
It's not a do-rag. It's a silk scarf, nigga. But it's not. It's not a joke. I'm serious.
It's not a joke. But
it's not a joke.
It's a serious issue about it.
It is a serious issue.
Okay, let me just sit back and watch it because I'm not Joe Clark.
Because it's not.
I am actually. Give me my baseball bat.
No, it's now Envy. That's what I'm saying. No, nobody has even tried to clean up the narrative that I'm a villain. Man,
you're not a villain. Who said you a villain?
Yo, stop acting like you don't live in them comments too, Charlotte. Stop acting like you don't understand.
What do I always tell you? I say stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the comments. Stop listening to the folks on YouTube. Don't let them trick you out your position. What you did last night is what they want you to do, and you can't let the internet win.
No, but look, it's not even about what they want me to do. I did last night what I wanted to do, what I felt like I should have been did. I've been asking questions.
The internet loves mess, and one of the easiest ways to create mess is to pit people against each other.
You were the one who encouraged me to tell Loren to shut up,
and I don't dwell in that, and y'all know that.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bring it to the team? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Loren in the room, this is your show. We can make that the change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It is not about wanting her in the room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all
have that conversation
y'all wanted
off
her.
air. If you had a problem, say it to us. We had a meeting yesterday.
Off air. What
not
are you talking about?
Not like nobody having my back because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11 years.
I'm not worried about it's not even about
you. Worried about comments. And you worried about what people say after.
I'm worried about the
perception
and my reputation up here on the show.
They've been itching on me for 15 years. They've been issuing on
Deserve-
Charlamagne for
rightfully so.
15
But
years.
that's on you.
Rightfully
And the
so.
things that
I
people
don't
issue
care.
on me
It
for
doesn't-
is on
I don't
me.
let it affect me because I know who I am as a person. I don't give a F what them people say in the comments.
come
I know
on.
who I am.
Come on.
I know what I do.
I
You let
feel
them
you.
people get in the comments and F with you.
Well,
You're great at what you do.
Everybody simmer down.
Like you are dope.
She's very
If you
dope.
let them people piss you off, no, F them niggas. Like you nice. Like what you do is funny.
I tell her
Like,
that all the time, on air,
you brought
off air.
that energy that we needed to the Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
and you let a bitch ass person in the comments say something to steer you up. F them niggas.
Gaslighting.
We don't even know.
F
We don't even
all.
know who these people are.
They could be bots and all that,
But-
and we doing it on air when we could have did it behind the scenes. Like I F with you the long way, not on some internet ish. And to hear that through there, that's
It
whack, man.
sounds very light skinned. But let's go to the phones. 1-800-585.
Charlamagne and DJ Envy gaslit the hell out of her. And I will say with DJ Envy, the only thing that I stand with him on is he said, we just had a meeting last week or just the other day. Why didn't you voice this, right? So they're constantly having meetings. And yes, Jess should have voiced this. But Jess had already been voicing this. She had already been saying, hey, why is she still here? And nobody would give her an exact answer. Everyone just kept gaslighting her instead of just telling her she's here to stay. She's the fourth host. We've made a decision to hire a fourth host. You hear them telling her, oh no, she was just hired as a producer. She wasn't on air. That's not true. I don't watch the show. And yet I follow Jess Hilarious. I follow her. And her first episode coming back after maternity leave was what she said, which was her and Loren talking about, pinning women against each other, pinning two black women against each other. Whole time, y'all was the one who was pinning them against each other by leaving Loren there. I don't care what y'all think about Loren, how better Loren is. I'm going to tell you, Loren is better. Loren is better. But Jess Hilarious is correct. She's right. Y'all left her there because y'all wanted to have Jess Hilarious quietly quit. You wanted that. And so that's why there was all this tension. That's why Jess was leaving. In her live, she talked about how, yeah, I didn't come to work. I was booking shows. I'm getting more money here anyway, and I'm having fun doing all these other things anyway. Now, I wouldn't have said that on live. But she said it. And I don't blame her because y'all left her there. Y'all should have just been upfront and said, yo, we're keeping both of y'all as permanent hosts. We're going to do a rollout for Loren. Because here's the thing too. If I'm Loren, I'm waiting for my rollout. Where's my promotionals? Where's my announcement? Y'all are just using her as a tool. I don't know, where's my announcement? Am I going to get an announcement? Where's my rollout? Where's my rollout? Where's my rollout? And then Jess is totally correct when she says, y'all left her here, but y'all kept putting her in my segment. Here's the thing. When you're listening to a radio, when you listen to a radio show, you're not going to have two news segments. There's not enough time for that. There's not enough time for Jess with the mess and then Loren with the latest. There's not enough time for that. You got to pick one. They know that. And they know that that's what she was stressing. But they keep making it seem as, oh, no, you're listening to the comments. No, it's y'all. Y'all are gaslighting her. Oh, no, you talking about the comments. No, it's you, Charlamagne. You text her, telling her to tell Loren to shut up again. Feed into the beef. Feed into the beef that people are saying. You told her to feed into that. It's not the comment section. It's y'all. It is y'all. That is gaslighting. That's gaslighting 101. If you listen to, and then if you actually watch the video of Jess there, Jess is crying. She's in tears because nobody's actually listening. Everybody's just purposely drowning her out. Oh no. You're talking about the comments. It wasn't about the comments. It's about the fact that I signed a contract to be a co-host to two other people. That's what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to come in here and now fight for my spot. She's absolutely correct. It's either you have Jess with the mess or Loren with the latest. Pick one. Pick one. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to make Jess the bad guy. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to make Jess the bad guy. They wanted her to fall on the sword. And I believe that it is because they're upset that she got pregnant. I totally believe that. I believe they're upset that she got pregnant and they invested all this money in her. They negotiated a contract with her that she wanted. Remember, she talked about how they gave her a bullshit ass contract. She had to come back, renegotiate it. She finally got what she asked for. And they're like, damn, we gave you what you asked for. We picked you over all these people and you got pregnant. You're a woman? You give birth? They're not going to say that. They're not going to say that because that's illegal. That's a lawsuit. So we are going to have Loren with the latest, within Jess with the mess, and we're going to get you to quietly quit. Charlamagne's going to tell you, tell Loren to shut up again. Tell Loren to shut up again. Tell her again. So the comments could see it. So then when it's time to let you go, the viewers, the comment section, it was so negative. You were telling her to be quiet. You were telling her to shut up. The feedback has been very negative. We have to let you go. We completed your contract. We're not firing you. We're not firing you. We completed your contract. We're not letting you go. We fulfilled your contract. They knew exactly what they were doing. I should have went, you know what? Maybe I should go back to law school. I need to go back to law school. Not back to law school. I did take the LSAT and I was like, nah, I can't do this. Maybe I need to try again. Maybe I need to try again and go be somebody damn lawyer. I love arguing. I will argue you down and I will have all my I's dotted. I'm going to dot every I. They knew exactly what they were doing. We are going to gaslight you into quitting. We're going to gaslight you into quitting. But Charlamagne told me to tell her to shut up again. You're grown. Telling somebody to shut up is wrong. We're going to gaslight you into quitting. Woo cha. Woo. Let's go ahead and bring this last piece of video because this is when Jess lost me. I was rooting for you, sister, but this is when you lost me. This exchange with Loren. Can't play this because I can't play the video.
East side, high, west side, whatever high we gonna be, we here and we together, so we gotta figure this out. And it's not, everything's not a joke. And I can understand some of where you was coming from, but bro, part of that live I thought was crazy. I'm like, what, Jess? Like,
What part did you think was
Yeah,
crazy?
what part? Because it's not like you didn't hear anything in that live that I haven't said to you.
I heard a lot that you didn't say to me.
Okay, so what part did I not say to you?
Okay, so the part about the talking over each other and the hush, be quiet, because you talk about how you feel in real time, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling in real time. That be quiet. That was crazy. The shut up. I was like, oh, okay, because what we really doing up here? Like, what's up?
Okay,
right?
but
I didn't.
None of that was said. You didn't say anything about that.
And then when I pulled you into the office with our EP with Eddie, the first thing I said to you was, Jess, we fighting for airtime and it shouldn't be like that. I want to know what can I do better as a producer? What can we do better as the two women sitting right here next to each other to make sure that don't happen, because it doesn't look good. It's not going to play well for either one of us.
I literally swear to God, I don't even remember you saying that.
And that's exactly why I had Eddie in the room or EP to have this.
I never ever heard that.
Because
you pulled me to the side a few times to ask me, are you okay? How do you feel like about the stories and things like that? You've never said what you just said to me. Now listen. I have said, hush, shut up. That, yo, you overtalk. And like I said, I'm not about to be up here fighting for no mic. Like, I'm not doing it. If I already got the job, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not. It's four voices. Three of us are very opinionated. You know what I mean? Me, you, and Charlamagne. I'm not saying Envy don't got no opinion, but he don't jump in every single time there's dead air. You know what I'm saying? When you overtalk. And it's like the only time you can quiet down is somebody be like, shut up or hush.
My mom don't even tell me shut up, Jess. I'm a grown ass woman.
And I understand. You could have said that on air right then and there. Or right after. But you say you pulled me in the office. You never pulled me nowhere to tell me that.
Because the way that I do things when it comes to my job and my career, that's not what we on. And I told you from the jump, I was never going to give that to you.
Okay.
Ever. And I did not. Our first conversation.
This was on air. If I was Jess Hilarious's lawyer, y'all would have a lawsuit by tonight. This is facilitating a hostile work environment. Y'all would have a lawsuit tonight. This alone is a lawsuit. Y'all would have a lawsuit tonight. Tonight. You're getting sued. Tonight. Tonight. You would have a lawsuit. If I was Jess Hilarious's daughter, if I was Jess Hilarious's lawyer, lawsuit. Tonight. That was unprofessional. Unprofessional. It was disgusting. It should have been a private conversation. Now, here's where you lost me, Jess, because the whole when Loren said, first and foremost, that shut up and hush stuff, the way you was talking last night on live, you ain't never talked to me like that. And you have Jess saying, well, you could have addressed it on air. When I told you to hush, when I told you shut up, you could have addressed it on air. And you have Loren saying, I was never going to give you that. I have pulled you several times in private. I've even had meetings with you with our EP to address the way you speak to me. Loren is a better woman than I'll ever be, because that was your chance, Jess, to apologize. There should have been, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong for doing that. I was wrong for telling you to shut up. I was wrong for telling you to hush. That's unprofessional of me. But the way you doubled down, sister, you would have had to make me shut up in that moment. I would have had to put them headphones down. So make me shut up. I would like to see it. I would like to see it. That was disgusting. Loren has a case too. Loren has a case too for a hostile work environment, because then if I'm Loren, I'm turning to Charlamagne. And in that live, Jess said that you text her to tell me to shut up again. You, as a leader in this space, how dare you? How dare you? You are 56 years old. You 69 years old, and that's how you're behaving, like a little bitch. Then you want to sit here and talk about, oh, we don't want to pin women, black women, don't pin black women together during Black Women's Month. You're the one who facilitated it. You gassed her into telling me to shut up again. Loren has a case too. It's cases to go around. This is a very hostile environment. And instead, you have Charlamagne just kicking up his feet. If you watch the video, he kicking up his feet. He thinks it's hilarious. He thinks this is so funny. He thinks this is so funny, he turned it into a contest. Content. He turned it into content for the internet. Jess does have a case. Some of y'all are saying Jess doesn't have a case. Baby, you don't know that girl. You don't know that girl's contract. She does have a case. Jess does have a case. You don't know that girl's contract. You don't know the terms and conditions of her contract, but I can definitely surmise when she signed that contract, she signed to be a co-host to 2 people. She has Charlemagne encouraging her to tell another woman to shut up. That is a hostile environment. She has a case. She definitely has a case. Loren has one too. Both of them have a case. Yeah, both of them have a case. While I don't like Jess's approach, I don't like that she went on live and she talked about it, but there's clearly, where's human resources? Where is human resources? Where's the recourse for all this? There's a case. Yeah, there's a case. Yeah. Turning a hostile environment into content. Yeah. And let's just make something clear. This is America. People sue for anything. I might pick your comment and say, girl, shut the fuck up. And you can go and, oh, well, Jessie Woo said shut the fuck up. And then it sent other people to find my Instagram and tell me to shut the fuck up. You got a case now. You got a case. I'm suing her for emotional distress. You probably ain't gonna win it, but people sue for that all the time. You have a case. This is America. You can sue for anything. But the fact that this has all boiled over into the internet, and instead of human resources stepping in and having private conversations and us seeing the Breakfast Club return and say, hey guys, we are aware of, some of the stuff that Jess has said and some of the stuff that has been, boiling over into social media. We just want to come as a united front and let you know everything has been handled. We apologize. No, instead they turned it into content. They turned hostility into content. That's a lawsuit. It wasn't enough that I had to deal with this. Now you're going to turn it into content. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. The gaslighting, the doubling down. No. I want to make something very clear. I feel like Jess Hilarious earned her spot. They were looking for Jess with the mess. They weren't looking for a journalist. They were not looking for a journalist. So Jess earned her spot. She has a huge following. Let's just keep it a buck. She earned her spot for her content that she makes online and for the fact that she has millions of followers. That was their goal, was to tap into her following. However, Jess, you fucked up by picking your replacement. Like you like to say, you here because I'm here. You here because I picked you. I picked you. I picked you. Yeah, bitch, you picked somebody who's better than you. And that's another thing. If I was Loren, when you doubled down on that, I would have said, no, you shut the fuck up. And let me just be honest. You are upset because you picked me and I'm better than you. You didn't think for 1 second that I could outwork you. You thought having millions of followers and being funny was enough. I'm here to let you know that's not enough. That's not enough. You're not enough. You pick someone who is better than you. Point blank, period. They see it. You see it. Everybody see it. iHeart sees it, which is why I'm still here. Yeah, you picked me, but I'm still here because of my work ethic. That would, Loren, girl, you are better than me. Because I would have had to remind her, no, you shut the fuck up. Because I'm still here because I'm better than you. And I say that with love. Because I think that Jess deserves to be there. They were looking for that. They were looking for Jess. The whole time, you picked your downfall. You picked your downfall. You picked your downfall. She is dependable. She's engaging. She does her research. She's prepared. She's not here to lollygag. She's about her fucking business. And that goes to show you too how having a following and everything. I hope the days and I again, I say this with love. I think Jess Hilarious is absolutely correct, but there can be multiple points made at the same time. Having a following should not be enough. You need to be clocked in. You need to be dedicated to this. If I'm hiring you for this show, I need you to be dedicated to this. This is a morning show. This is not just about the YouTube videos and the content. This is a huge platform. You know how many people would love to be part of the Breakfast Club? Please take it serious. Alex A, too many laws in these comments. You can't contract away employment discrimination. She might be forced into arbitration, but they can't tell her she got to take any and everything because of a contract. That's true. Thank you so much, Alex. There is arbitration. And depending on your contract and what state you signed your contract in, you can be in arbitration for a while. But you still can have a case. That's just the whole point. You can still have a case. Here's the thing is we live in a time where having followers is outweighing actual skill set. I'm someone who, it took me 7 years to get 1 million followers. And even there, like Instagram doesn't show my stuff to all 1 million of my followers. I see people get 1 million followers within 6 months, within a year. And they get to have these huge opportunities. Then I will see them on red carpets and they fumble. They can't read prompter. They can't be original. They're not funny without being able to edit their content. They're not funny without being able to, oh, let me pull somebody else's content and make a couple of quick jokes about it. But they have 1 million followers, so they get that opportunity. I remember when I first started working at BET, I was working at BET Breaks, and I'm not going to say who it was, but it was someone with a big following. They got to do a television gig that was at BET over me, right? And I remember after the show happened, and folks in the office, yo, she couldn't even read prompter. She couldn't even read. Hey, my name is Jessie. Welcome to the. She couldn't even read that without stuttering. Yeah. But she had millions of followers. At the time, I think I only had like 100,000, maybe something like that. But she had millions, and she flopped, and she fucking flopped. Meanwhile, yes, I have built a following, but I also have years and years and years of experience. Having a following doesn't always equate skill set. And maybe these companies need to do a better job of gauging folks' skill sets before you just give them a whole bunch of big opportunities. Meanwhile, there are folks over here who have been preparing for years and years and years, like investing in themselves, going to classes, going to school, taking this seriously, and they're not getting the opportunities because what? They don't have 1 million followers. All right. Got a couple more minutes left, child. Let me go ahead and drop the link to if y'all want to come in and chime in, we can. I'm gonna have at least like just a couple of y'all come in. I'm dropping the link in the chat if you want to come in and give your piece on this. But ultimately, here's where I stand. I think that Loren is better for the job, but I think that Jess Hilarious is completely correct. That's where I stand. I think Loren is better for the job, but Jess Hilarious is completely correct. It is her job. She should not have to share it with someone who was not in the equation when she was signing her contract. And I really feel that everyone is doing a good job at gaslighting her and that they were forcing her into quiet quitting. Point blank period. They could have been very forthcoming and said, Jess, we can't rely on you to be consistent. You're not coming in. You're not taking your segment seriously. We're choosing to go with Loren. Maybe we can put you in a probation, period where you can show us that you really are taking this job seriously. There were so many things to do before just being like, yeah, Loren's here. No. That was unprofessional. And to be honest, I think that this isn't a good look for Loren either. Because I'm gonna be honest. If I were Loren, like I said earlier, I'd have been looking for my rollout. Where's my rollout? Y'all want me to stay? Give me a rollout. Hire me. We don't even know if Loren has really been hired as a permanent host. We don't even know if they are actually paying her. Is she just still being paid as a producer or what? All right, let me go ahead and add y'all, child. Ravy, where you calling from, child? Oh, now she hung up. Well, all right. We saw Brooklyn. Thank you so much for calling. Where you calling from? Are you calling from Brooklyn?
Of course, from Brooklyn. Yes, ma'am.
Period. So what's your thoughts on what we're discussing?
I love both of them. I love Jess, and Loren is great, but at first I feel the same way Jess did. Jess is 100% correct, but this is just poor management. They have no time management, which is why Jess is upset. She can't be mad at Charlotte or Envy because they are businessmen and they don't play on the internet. It's just poor management. Loren parlayed her position, as anyone should who's given that opportunity. Jess chose the wrong one. It's just messy all around, but it can be fixed if they do it right.
How do you think it will be fixed?
Proper time management. Loren does go over the time that she needs to get her point across. And honestly, just need to get her money up and get out her feelings. Brand that litigious Loren. Brand that just with the mess, because we do need it. Give Loren 90 minutes at the most to say, yes, this is legal. No, this is not legal. And take herself back in the back. And it'll be all good. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be an either or. Proper time management.
Okay. Well, I definitely think that what you're saying is, I agree. I agree with the time management. I just feel like per Jess's contract, I don't agree. That's the only reason why I would not agree. Because
contract doesn't dictate who iHeart hires. It doesn't dictate who they're allowed to bring on to make the show better.
We don't know that. But I get what you're saying.
I can assure you that as a company owner, you don't do a contract that dictates that the talent can tell you who you can and cannot hire, especially when the person that you're thinking of hiring is more talented than you. You can't let them run what you're doing. So they have every right to keep her because she's very talented, very well spoken. Hell, she can be our next Joy Reid. Real talk. If she plays her cards right, that's how much I respect her. But at the same time, like I said, we don't have to choose either or. We need that comic relief from Jess, because that hot mess that we just saw today, I hope they dead that, because we don't want to see that tomorrow. Speaking from Brooklyn, in the Breakfast Club since 15 years that they've been on, you know what I mean? We don't want to see that mess. But management needs to get their ish together, and it's not Charlotte's or Envy's place for them to do that. It's not for them to get on the internet and play around with her. They're businessmen with a brand just like hers. Use that platform to get to the next rung, because that's what it's for. You know what I mean? Take them right back in the back. Let them know, okay, we both here. If Envy is right about what he's saying, oh, I told you, how can we make you comfortable? You can make me comfortable by leaving the producer, Loren, in the back. And if I need her for a hot 90 seconds to confirm, is this legal or not legal, I'll call on her. But no, we don't need Loren sitting right there next to her in her seat. Are you kidding me? You come back from maternity, and let's be clear, ladies, in corporate America, once we are pregnant or have a family, we are a damn liability. I don't care how many baby showers they throw you in the office. We're a liability once we start that family mess, yo. Calm down with that. Take them baby pictures off your desk, because that's we have to question, is she going home to care for that kid, or can we count on her on the weekends when we need her? Play this corporate games, get out your feelings, and make it work for you. Right now, homegirl is just in a little baby brain fog, so I feel bad for her. But somebody needs to shake her a little bit. Yo, take this opportunity and run with it. You know what I mean? It can be both of y'all sitting there, just manage homegirl's time. That's all. Because guess what? Neither one of y'all, if y'all play this shit right, y'all will be at the next level in 5 years, parlaying this radio shit.
True.
Come on now. And I'm so sorry for cursing, but yo,
No, it's okay.
it makes
It's
me
okay.
mad to see. It makes me mad to see two Black women having to be on air arguing about who got time when management
Yeah.
ain't doing their fucking job. And let's not forget, Jess invited this messy energy when she announced her hiring before iHeart did. Quit playing with these white people. You don't take something off of their table before they give it to you. Stop playing with these white people. So they're allowing this messiness just so she could stew a little bit. And they caught her at the wrong time. She done had this baby in her feelings and emotional. Yo, put them big girl panties on and get your money. Brand that litigious Loren, or whatever she put on there, because she did put it on the table. I listen every morning. Brand that shit. Brand your Just with the mess. Say that shit every fucking morning and get your coin. All of this messiness, come on now. Why would Envy or Charlotte say anything about it on air? They are a brand. And I hope she don't come back and respond to it, because then it's going to be messing up her brand. Then you really are messy. We can't mess with you. Don't let them bait you. And as far as that other dude, I don't even want to say his name. Keep this woman's name out your mouth. Ugh.
Oh Lord, yeah.
We ain't even gonna go there, but keep this woman's name out your mouth. If she ain't affecting your coin, why is you sweating her? You want her or something?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Well, thank you
Anyway,
so
honey.
much. Thank you so much. No, one thing about
Thank you.
people
I
from Brooklyn.
was like, wait a minute now. I done put my little $10 up here. She better have something to say to me.
No, I totally appreciate your take. And I used to live in Brooklyn. I really feel like people from New York are just like, they're gonna tell you the unfiltered truth, and I feel like you delivered that. So thank you so much for calling in.
I got words for you too, Jess. Your plateau is so out there.
Oh.
Hit me in my DM or whatever you can for encouragement and words of and management stuff. Your plateau is so out there. This YouTube channel is not just stop. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Girl, hit me in my DM. Let me get you on your path too. And I hope somebody hit Jess Hilarious in her DM with this comment, because come on, girl, you are there. Take it to the next level. Stop. Oh, and I hate that Envy made her cry. Oh, shake him.
Yeah.
But yo, remember that, ladies. Our families at home, not in the office. Celebrate that shit at home, because it's not really celebrated. We're a liability when we celebrate our families in corporate America, period. And nothing proves that more than where abortion rights are at right now.
Yeah,
we're not corporate America isn't our friend. We're here to use that shit to the best of our ability to get what we can. Remember that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in.
Yep. Anytime. Have a good one, Jess.
You too. That was great. I mean, that was great. Let's go to the next caller, child. Hey, Alicia, girl, where you calling from?
Oh my gosh, it's me. London. Oh my gosh, Jessie, I have to say, earlier in the live, someone put the UK flag and you said it was Scotland. And I just want to say it was the UK. But hey, Scotland's in the UK, so it's okay.
Okay, so girl, what's going on? What's going on, Alicia? What you got to say, child? You all the way in London. How you doing? You eating beans on toast?
No. I feel like the last caller literally just said it all. But I guess I was surprised how much you were kind of going in for Jess, because I feel like logically it makes sense. Like if someone's better than you at your job, you're gonna get replaced. No? Like, is that not obvious, or am I missing like some corporate America culture contract thing? It makes sense here that if someone comes in and they're better than you, you're gonna get chopped. And I feel like, is that not what they're doing? They're like slowly transitioning Jess out.
Yeah, I feel like I'm speaking on it on all aspects. Like I did say that I feel like she picked her replacement. I do feel like she placed her replacement and that they still have her there to have Jess quietly quit. That's really what I feel about that. However, the reason why I'm backing up Jess, like I said before, is I feel that when Jess signed up for the show, she signed up to be part of a 3-person desk, basically.
True, yeah.
And so I feel like the way that they've done it is all messy. However, I think that, like you said, you do have a point. You do have a point. This is the thing. Like, if you're going to be gone from your job and you pick someone who is better than you, you are most likely going to deal with what we're seeing happen with Jess Hilarious.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I agree with you. I'm also gonna have that other aspect to it as well. Cause I'm trying to see all sides, but I definitely agree with you.
Do you think the show could work with 4 people, like, longer term?
No. I don't care how much of a united front you see them put towards like after this. No. It's just too many people. It's too many people. And I think that's just my personal opinion. I've never watched a radio show with 4 hosts. First of all, if you look at most shows that will have that have radio show hosts, right? It's usually 2 to 3 people, right? If it's more than that, you'll have other folks kind of chime in here and there, but they're not getting no dedicated segment, which is what Jess is mad about. Right.
Yeah.
For instance, like one of my favorite shows to listen to growing up was the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. I think Ricky Smiley be having 4 to 5 people, sometimes 6 people. Right.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where you don't really know everybody that's there. You're going to know, what's his name? Gary with the T. Gary with the T has a dedicated segment. Nobody else tends to have one. And then sometimes you'll have somebody come in and talk about traffic. Right. Everybody else doesn't get to build their brand when you have too many people sitting there. It's just too much. So in my personal opinion, no, I don't think that it would work. Somebody else brought up Tom Joyner. I know you guys don't listen to that in London, but Tom Joyner is another big radio host here who's no longer on radio. I think he would have 4 to 5 people at some times, right? But do we know anybody else who's on the Tom Joyner show? No. The Breakfast Club, you're there to build your brand, to continue building your brand. And so I just feel like it's a hard task to do when you have 4 people fighting for airtime.
Cool.
So that's my take.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for calling.
Oh, and
yes.
you got to do like some sort of meet up in the UK. I feel like every time I'm in the chat, there's lots of UK fans in there.
Yeah,
so
I didn't realize, but I do want to come to the UK. I want to come on Mama Joyce's podcast again. And
my gosh, yes.
And then there's another group of girls I follow. I feel like they're my nieces. I'm having a brain fart, but they're always having these reactionary bits where somebody gives them a crazy story and they're like, they're 3 African girls.
Yeah.
Love
the Nigerian girls.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna come to the UK and make my rounds, child. Just let it get warm, child. I ain't trying to be there when all that cold rain y'all be having, child.
For sure. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Okay, next caller. Tamara, where you calling us from, child?
Hi, Jess. I'm calling from Montreal, Canada. How are you?
Montreal.
Oui, Montréal, chérie, petite.
Okay, what you got to say about this whole mess, child?
Oh my goodness. First, like when you mentioned that when we heard the segment where Loren said that she wanted to speak to her quietly in the bag, and Jess refused that and just doubled down on that. I was like, that would have been the best thing to do professionally, and especially if she's more of like a broadcasting type. I could see where she would want to go that direction. So I think it should have went that direction.
Yeah.
So that we didn't have to see all this nonsense. And to be honest, I could see the 4 people. This is just my take. So,
okay.
Only because I find that Jess, she brings this comedic relief. There are 2 guys on there already, like running the show. Charlemagne can be funny, but he can be egregious, and I think Jess could battle him on that point. So for that, and then Loren just coming in with the facts and being being, factual, having her own segment. I do kind of like that about her too. So I do like the two of them on the show. I know it's a lot, but it's nice to have like, okay, what are the facts, girl? Okay, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Jess can like, chime in with her comedic and go against Charlamagne, because sometimes like these two against the one woman thing got annoying when Angela Yee was on. I'd be like, oh my goodness, So it'd be nice to have two against two. That's just my little thing.
I understand. No, I understand it in that aspect. 2 versus 2.
Yeah,
I get that in that aspect. I just don't. I get
don't see
what
it.
you're saying. I just
You can't see it. Well, you know radio more than
I mean, it's
all of us.
happening. It's they've done episodes with all of them, but again, they've complained of over talking. They've complained of people going over their time.
Because they're
That's
not
why I'm just like,
organized. They're not organized. If they were able to structure it properly, like the OGs, Charlamagne and Envy, it could work, but they're not trying to make it work. Charlamagne, just like he had said behind the scenes, he's like egging it on. He's like that a guy in high school that loves girl fights. I'm like, yeah, that's Charlamagne.
Yeah.
That's how he is. So so that's why it's so messy. Because if they really put their mind to it, they could create a whole new thing and really make it work. But not trying to do that. But it sucks that two women cannot exist in the same place. It has to be the two
two
guys.
women can. No, two women definitely can. Two women can exist. I think it's just that they're talking about the comment section pinning them against each other. No, they did that. They did that. So if they would have done things more organized and more mindful, I think that we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Loren used to be at TMZ. And when you watch the TMZ, Loren used to be at TMZ. When you watch the TMZ show, they would have like 2 main hosts, and then you would have people at the desk who would chime in. So sometimes it could be a bunch of people chiming in, but they were organized, like you said. You said. So I agree with your take. I agree with it all. Like I'm gonna agree with every side. I just feel like there's a way to handle every side. So thank you so much.
Oh, one last thing. I did put it in the super chat. I would love you to be my lawyer. Your like final statements would be fire.
Fire.
Your closing thing. You're awesome. Like you go to bat. So if you ever do that one day,
I'm gonna tell you, even before I came on live, I have one of my friends, Jordan. We were talking about this, and I was like going to bat for Jess, and he was saying, but this is the other side. And he said to me, he said, Jess, you're the type of girl, if you see a Black woman setting a car on fire, thus murdering the person in the car, your first question is going to be, what happened right before she did that?
There we go. That's a lawyer.
He said that's how you approach. And he's like, I understand you always want to, fight for the Black woman. I understand that. He said, but sometimes y'all be wrong. And I was like, no. No. I need to know what led to that. I need to know the mind state. I need to know the time. I need to know, because the time will dictate, was she able to see what she was doing?
I'm going to do.
I will go to bat. And sometimes I'll be dead ass wrong, but my facts ain't. I'm dead ass wrong, but these facts is right. So point blank period. So yes, I definitely need to go ahead and just try my hand at law school, child. Let me just go ahead and argue for my profession, child.
Awesome. I love y'all. I love you.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, 2 more callers, child. 2 more callers. Ashley, where you calling from, child?
Oh, I'm calling from Tampa, Florida. I can't believe I got picked. Yes, originally from Broward, so we got that.
Oh, period. Now I'm Dade County. Now we look at Broward people like.
Not too much on Broward now, and I'm Jamaican, so we still, I mess with the Zoes a lot.
Period. So, what's your take on the situation?
So, as usual, I agree with most to everything you said, but I do have a little bit more critique for LoRosa. Yes, Jess was definitely 100% wrong in how she spoke to her, because like Loren said, she's not her mother and she needs to take accountability. But as maybe this is because I'm a young Gen Z in corporate, as someone who has been in those spaces before. You know the company is going to act in their best self-interest. I'm not expecting Loren to bow out and say, you know, I'm not going to be on air because, you know, you have a brand, you have a name. I'm finding out she has an online presence as well.
Yep.
But they keep using this title for her producer. And I had the same question you raised. Well, is she being paid as an on-air host? Is she, like, what has been discussed? And I know if me personally, I'm in that seat, and I agree completely. 4 people on the Breakfast Club, I used to be an avid Breakfast Club watcher while I'm at work. It just doesn't work. And if I'm Loren in that seat, if there's a segment called Jess with the Mess based off Jess Hilarious, and it's a 5-minute segment, I'm uncomfortable talking for 4.5 minutes. I'm uncomfortable. I will say my 2-piece. I'll do my woo-woo for 2 minutes, but I'm going to let her have her segment. And that's just, I'm like you. When I see a Black woman, immediately I need context because I know they be trying us. But I get it. People work in their own self-interest. And I kind of feel that Jess was pushed to this point from the way she is speaking. The fact that she was the one talking about bringing up ideas for Loren having her own segment. Honestly, it seems like she's just at a point where she's just working out the rest of her contract. And I know people are saying, oh, it's corporate. She should have not got pregnant. But the interview was a year long. I'm not in entertainment. I'm in regular business, people, but I know if I do any interview for a year long, I feel I proved myself long enough. And if I meet the love of my life, ain't nobody stopping my baby. Ain't nobody stopping my baby, not for a job, especially when I have millions of followers.
Hello.
So the interview was a year long. Loren was, on the road. They were playing with her. It just seems like she's at the end of her wits. And she's like, let me save my reputation, because those comments telling her to shut up and hush, those are wild. And it's easy for us to be painted as this aggressive Black woman when in reality, so that's just my 2 cents. I agree 100%, but I just be looking at Loren a little sideways because of what I would have done if I was in that position. Y'all not paying me as an on-air host. I'm not doing 5 minutes. There's no way I'm going to be presenting as this lady introduces me in. And like I said, as an avid watcher, I stopped. Literally, when Jess came back, I stopped because it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. This was even but prior to the backhanded compliments. You could tell. Yeah. So that's my little 2 cents. And I love you so much. I'm always, retweeting your stuff. And
I love you too, girl. And I have no notes.
Love that.
I didn't even think of it that way. But it's so funny because you brought up something that my friend was telling me earlier. He said, how are you having her come into something else that Jess branded? And here you are saying the same thing. Yeah. Here you are saying the same thing. And that is Jess's argument. Yes, we might not like Jess's, approach to it. We might not like her delivery, but her feelings are very, very valid. They're very, very valid.
I started watching The Breakfast Club again once they rehired Jess. I was one of the original, for Jess. I was watching it back when they were testing out Claudia Jordan. And
she's really good.
Yeah, and I can objectively say Loren, since what I've seen, Loren is better. She provides facts, it's just how I prefer my news. But the handling of the situation, it's obvious what the company was doing, but she had her contract. She negotiated, she went through, and she's from Baltimore. So yeah, she handles stuff a little different, but I, let people be people. And she kept quiet. And again, I started watching for Jess. So y'all got the benefit of her fan base. And now you want to disparage her character to her fan base.
No notes. Thank you so much. Love you, girl. Love you down. Shout out to Broward, even though, I'm from Dade County. Shout out to Broward.
Love you, sister.
And blub, 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 blub to all my Jamaicans. Y'all know I love y'all down. I have a Jamaican name. It's Jessie Ann. Yes, God. All right. Last caller. Speaking of Dade County, last caller.
What's up, Jess? What's happening?
What you got to say, child? I know you got thoughts.
So first of all, I need to drop in a plug for my Bahamian people in here because the Bahamas very rarely get some love in the Caribbean chat when we be chatting here. So shout out to my Bahamian brethren. Yes.
That's so true. And I love Bahamas too.
And shout out to Dade County, Carroll City to be exact. I wanted to come in because this has been a really interesting conversation as someone who watched The Breakfast Club with journalism background. Like I went to J school, shout out to FAMU, SJGC.
Period.
I did enjoy what The Breakfast Club was 10 plus years ago. There was a shift just in how they approached the morning news that kind of made me shift. So I hadn't really started paying much attention to them until this controversy came up again. So I was like, oh, what's going on with the club? And so I've been doing my deep dive and seeing folks like you on the internet doing recaps of things. And I have to agree, the way it looks like it's been handled just seems so messy. Like, for instance, when you and I did Power Star Live years ago, I remember there one episode where we had to bring in a guest. I think it was B. Simone.
Yeah.
And could you imagine if after that they were just like, oh, she's gonna stay on as a third co-host for the rest of the season without talking to y'all? That would have
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? And I've never said this to you. I never said this to you. I've never said this to anybody. When they brought B. Simone in, I was nervous as fuck. I was nervous as hell because I was like, damn, she has way more followers than me. She's hilarious. Like she was already like this goddess, big brand from social media. And I was like, oh, they could easily be like, okay, Jess, thank you so much for your time. But it'll be B. Simone. But here's the thing too is, and she was great. She was great. But I was always comfortable knowing what I brought to the table.
Exactly.
You were there. I always showed up. I was on time. I was dedicated to what I was doing. I took what I did very, very seriously. So I never was like, oh, I was nervous. Yes. But I knew if she could take that from me, then it was for her and it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Because I knew what I
And as a production team, we supported you. Like we wouldn't have let that happen just because of how we established how the production was to run. And also, when I came into that project, I was just brought on as a producer, managing like the social things and bringing in topics. And
you would come in too. You would chime in too.
Exactly. But that happened midway through pre-production, like doing rehearsals, and they were like, oh, we want to add you in as a third voice throwing topics. And before I responded in any way, I was like, have you spoken to the host about this? How do they feel about this? Are they comfortable with this? Because there's no way I would have agreed to that if it wasn't something that you all were down for. Because I don't want to mess up the dynamic. And I agree with you with like looking at Loren a certain way. Like, how were you brought into this? Like, how did you agree to do this thing? Not understanding what the dynamic was, because it just creates bad energy. And when you're live, you know how important that energy is to keep pace and just stay on topic. And I think that really is something that has thrown Jess as someone who isn't exactly that type of performer or artist, thrown her off her game, because when you're coming in expecting the thing, you're just like, this is what I've prepared myself for. And now I have to also add additional voice and figure out how to plug into this thing. And I know you, with your experience at Dish Nation, I always wondered what the dynamic was with having so many voices, because that to me was a lot of big voices. And I wonder what like crosstalk was like for you with that like 5 people dynamic.
You know what's funny?
We can move on now. We can move right along.
I'm going to say this, right? Because you even reminded me of some stuff that I've experienced that I've never talked about. People always say, just, I do talk a lot, but trust me, there are a lot of things I have never talked about that I could really shake the table if I wanted to. But my thing is this, is that whatever opportunity I get, I'm always going to show up. Y'all know what y'all getting when y'all hire me. I'm opinionated. I am very much loud with my opinions. I'm assertive with my opinions. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a funny delivery. But I'm gonna be dedicated. I'm gonna be on time. I'm going to manage what you give me as if it is my last opportunity to get a job. That's how I show up when I do these jobs. I'll say something about Power Star Live that I never talked to anybody about. Zilla used to overtalk me. And there was one day where before, like,
I was not even gonna bring it up.
Did you? I never talked about that. I never went to anybody and complained. But there was one day right before we went on set, I pulled him into the office and I told him, if you overtalk me today, we are going to have a serious issue. And that man never overtalked me again. He never overtalked me again, because it was like my demeanor. I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna call you no names. I'm just gonna let you know, if you do this again, because he knew what he was doing. If you do this again, we are going to have an issue.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that man walked out that room misty-eyed and all. Misty-eyed.
Because you were straight. You set these.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I do not care. I'm gonna let you know.
And there was that situation we ain't never talk about, but like,
it's
unfortunate that happens, but like,
we don't need to bring it back up either.
I think it's important though to understand that casts like that go through those growing pains, but it's crazy to see that the network is allowing us to see so much of it. But then I had to zoom out as a person who works as a publicist in marketing and realize, oh, this works for the network because they own this content and this is something that they can benefit for through outrage marketing. And that is another thing that more companies and corporate companies have been getting more comfortable with over the years, is allowing outrageous things to happen because it brings in more numbers for them. They love that engagement, and more people get outraged, the more they'll be in the comments and giving their feedback and creating videos and stuff. So it just builds to their overall campaign of things. And I have to remind myself to think like a marketer when these things are happening, because if this were really something detrimental to their brand, we would have never heard about this. They would have shut us down a long time ago.
Never. I'm gonna say this too, that I didn't say during the live, because I've kind of experienced some of this stuff, in these spaces. When you're clearly in a hostile environment, you have to take certain steps. Okay, you have got to go to HR. You have got to document that. That's one thing about me, is don't let my funnies, don't let my don't let that fool you. I am a dog. When it comes time for me to face some shit, just know I have all my ducks in a row. I have all my ducks in a row. So if I gotta come at you, just know you're going to have to bend to my will.
And I think
you're going to have to bend the knee to me, because I'm not just gonna come to you. I'm gonna make sure I've been documenting this for weeks, for months, whatever.
Yep.
I have a situation
as Black people
recently.
in corporate spaces.
Yep, I have a
situation
situation recently that I ain't gonna talk about. But trust and believe, I had all my ducks in a row. You are going to pay me. You're going to pay me because I have all my ducks in a row. I got the time for this. When this was told to me, this was said, this happened. I have all my ducks in a row. And I think that, and I'm so thankful, because I do have somebody in my ear, like my man. He was like, girl, do not go to the internet. Do not. Because there were times I wanted to crash out too. He was like, don't do it. You have everything in place. We're going to have you this lawyer. We're going to have you that. Point blank, period. So again, it's like, while I do feel like the company did set this up and they did help rage bait, I do wish that that's what Jess would have done. Because it's one thing to come on here and give us all this content. We just gonna talk about it. But it's another thing when you could walk into that office and be like, y'all been playing with me. So here's what we're going to do. Because I have A, B, C, and D. Stop playing with me. Here's what we're going to do.
And here's the case I built up.
That's what I wish she would have done. And I hope that she learns that lesson. And I hope that she has people in her ear to let her know, let this be the first and the last time. Point blank, period.
And we call that CYA. Like, knowing how we have to move in spaces as Black people, we have to cover our asses. So for the young media folks coming up in the chat, cover your ass in any workplace. Like, because these people at the end of the day only care about their company. HR is looking out for the better of company. So when it comes down to it and your work you're doing is no longer beneficial to them, they're gonna look out for themselves and you're gonna be out of a job. But if you covered your ass, you can walk out there with some type of settlement, some type of payout, some type of something, because you've covered your ass. And working with Jessie on set, like, she's someone, the reason why the production team and the producers were able to work with her and know what the tone was going to be when she came in is because she was a professional. Like, when she got on camera and you saw what she saw, it's because she came in as a professional. We had makeup and hair teams on there. She would show up with her face basically the foundation. Jessie would be in there and show up like, oh yeah, just do a little bit of this, do a little bit, because she didn't want for us to be behind schedule. We were a live show, and it's like all of those things help make for a seamless production and creative work environment that we all can thrive in. And I think that's something that's clearly missing at the Breakfast Club.
I thank you for saying that. I really, really appreciate that, because I know whenever I show up anywhere, I know I'm professional, I'm timely. I really do look out for everybody else, because like, I don't want to be behind, and then I don't want to leave late. I'm trying to do something else. I got other shit to do. So I'm going to be professional. I'm going to come in, makeup going to be done. Go ahead and just give me a little light beat. Give me a little light touch up. Hair going to be, come in, curl this hair. I'm going to be professional, and we're going to have a good time. So that's always how I show up. And I really appreciate you saying that, because I've never had anybody say that publicly about me. But that's, let me tell you this, that production team, they got me plenty more jobs after that. And even now, when I get hired in other places, and they'll say, we told them about you. So I've always been able to keep jobs because of people's experience with me. I always come into those rooms and I'm like, let me be mindful of everybody, because I want us to have a good experience, and I want us to leave on time. Yeah. That's it. So thank you so much, Ray. Let the people know how to follow you, child. What you got going on?
Of course, yeah. Y'all can find me. I'm just Ray Love Jr. everywhere, you know, out here doing what I do. If y'all in LA, holler at your boy. But it's good to see you, sis.
Good to see you too, baby. Drop in whenever I got this going on. Go ahead and drop in, child. You know I love you.
The shit's in my nizzle. Deuces.
Deuces. Yes, child. So, all right, y'all. That concludes this live. I done moved to it. This is why my man's like, are you still on live? Are you still on live? Yes, baby, I'm still on live, child. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if he'll add his 2 cents before we leave, child. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, babe, you on live with Jessie Woo. You got any thing you want to add to the discussion that we having about the Breakfast Club?
No. One thing to say.
So,
I love breakfast.
Not I love breakfast. All right. Well, you got anything to say about my my live show? Obviously, you was tuned in. You got anything to say about my live show?
No, I loved it. The discussion was great. I was in the car. I was told that. Thank you, the Breakfast Club, don't follow me. I see what you're doing. I got a good relationship over there.
I know, and you're gonna be back there very, very soon to introduce your next project. So I want you to. Meanwhile, I'm on here dragging. What? I'm dragging Charlamagne. He had told. Well, I don't want to hear. You just stay neutral. Don't say nothing. But baby, do you want to say anything to the people? They always, mentioning you, and sometimes you want to say anything to the people.
The only thing I want is a little bit of love, because I ain't interrupted a live in so long. I just, just want y'all be in the comments saying I be coming for the lives. I just want y'all to recognize I now check to make sure she's not live if I think she's gonna be live. So
exactly.
That's my gift.
Exactly. Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, baby. I'll call you in a little bit. All right, baby. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go suck my man's dick. I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all next time.